Good afternoon to everybody. Today we have Ms. Ciarra Sotto, the president of the Pole Dancing and Association ba yun? Association?
PPASA, yes.
Ganun ka pa kasi. And
PPASA na lang.
PPASA. And Ma'am Ayjell Ancejas.
Ayjell po, Ayjell.
Ayjell, sorry. Yun. Then, we also have Miss Meg Shozon of PTV4 who will be helping me out kasi the reason why I asked Meg to join us, mas may background pa sa dancing instead of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Galing. Dapat pala, nagpo-pole ka din ba, Miss May?
Hindi. Parang ang hirap niya. Although I took up gymnastics and power dancing.
Oh, so kaya mo to?
Yeah.
Siguro hindi pa.
Kaya mo to. Sinasabi na namin sa'yo.
Hindi ko kaya.
With your background, kayang-kaya mo.
Ala.
Athlete. So siguro, I'll let Meg, you can ask first, Meg.
Okay, sige. First of all, what was your reaction when you heard that it was finally recognized by the Philippine Olympic Committee, yung sport na pole and aerial, and will be part of the NSA?
Honestly, may iyak na ako. As in, when I got the news, I messaged Ayjell right away na maraming exclamation points. And I really wanted to celebrate. I actually sent food to everyone who helped us na maging member at ma-recognize yung mga ibang lawyers na friends namin, ganon. Kasi this is really a very big step for the pole and aerial community. And I even messaged yung mga naging teacher ko, lahat, yung mga nag-inspire at yung mga nag-introduce ng pole dito sa Philippines. Sobrang excited po talaga kasi kami na recognize na siya kasi hindi naman po talaga biro yung sport na ito, because I know there's a connotation that it's sexy and it's mostly just dancing, but it's not just that. And that's why we built this association to also help the other athletes from all over the Philippines.
Yes. Since it's a formative stage, diba, kasi kaka-recognize lang ng Philippine Olympic Committee, ano yung mga first step na gagawin ng association in order to build a strong national sports association ng Pilipinas?
Of course, now that we have a pandemic, we can't really go all out with our trainings. So almost everyone is training at home by themselves. And Ayjell and I are tapping the other members. Right now we have 57 Ayjell members.
Yes, correct.
So we're just updating them, trying to get in touch with them, also through our Facebook page, which is PPASA. So PPASA official, if you wanna check it out. Slowly we're updating all our members so that we can update them and we can form a national team. And we are planning, when all this is over na, when the crisis is over, we're planning to travel and go to Cebu and Davao and other parts of the Philippines so we can get also and train and audition yung mga gusto maging member ng national team.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi may experience si Ayjell dyan eh.
Ayjell, yes.
Actually, I went to Cebu to train with them. So, nakita ko yung mga athletes doon. They're really good, So, parang unfair naman if we don't invite them. Also, the people from Davao, they're also good. So, I think it's best na we tap all the region, hindi lang sa Metro Manila.
You mentioned pa na madaming members, currently members in Philippine Pole and Aerial. But then how about the national selection po natin? How will we decide who will be part of our national pool?
Syempre kailangan first of all, you should be seriously doing the sport and you should be training at least 2 or 3 times a week for you to become a member. I mean, for you to become part of the national team. I mean, anyone can be a member. We're welcoming everyone. But for our competitors, for our national team, we will have to train and see kung sino talaga yung deserving. Because the competitions is worldwide eh. Parang minsan nag-hold tayo dito sa Philippines noong 2008 ng IPDFA, which is International Pole Dance and Fitness Association. Nanalo yung Philippines nung time na yon, noong 2008. Tapos the next year, I think, they did it in Singapore na, nag-place pa rin tayo. So, yun. So, medyo magiging madali siya kasi napakadaming members din na magagaling na talaga and very advanced yung mga techniques. And of course, we have all the studios na member din ng PPASA na magaling din mag-train at magturo ng mga athletes natin.
Mga ilang members yung nakikita natin to be part of the national pool?
Ako, nakikita ko parang more than 20.
Oo, magagaling.
Competitions and most of them have competed outside the Philippines. Yun. So,
Na-mention nyo kanina na medyo erotic yung pole and aerial. How would you change the typecast for pole? That it is not just about what you see on a fitness gym or high-end bars.
Number one, we have nothing against it naman if it comes out erotic or sexy.
Okay.
But for other people who have other styles, they really want that kind. So we have nothing against it. But for PPASA, syempre our aim is to show it as a sport. So like the other suggestions that we got from Mr. Monty before, we can actually do it in the mall. We can do tryouts in the mall. So just so people could see that that's not our aim. Our aim is not for the male gaze or for other people to gaze at our body. It's not that. It's to showcase strength, flexibility, and grace and endurance. So like any other sport, you have to practice it. You have to be serious in doing it. Kasi hindi naman talaga siya biro. And number 3, it's very dangerous. It's not just any sport na parang tatakbo ka lang okay na, hindi siya ganun. Kailangan malakas din talaga loob mo kasi especially when you reach a certain height, especially like with aerial silk, kailangan napakataas mo nun. Kailangan maingat ka. So number 1 din sa amin is safety.
Nice.
Yun.
yeah, lang doon. Since we are following a certain standard, like we are affiliated with sa federation namin, they have certain standards na we should follow. So nothing against with yung sexy, pero hindi lang siya kasama sa category ng federation na sinalihan namin.
Right. You've mentioned about, Ms. Ayjell, about categories. Meron po bang different categories ang pole and aerial, just like gymnastics, just like dance sport?
Yes. Dun sa federation namin, we have yung pole sport, para siyang gymnastics eh. So, gina-judge siya by lines, acrobatics or gymnastics, spinning on the pole, and then yung musicality. Tapos yung ultra pole, ito naman yung parang type ng pole dancing na you showcase all your acrobatic skills. So parang labanan ng acrobatic skills yun eh. So yun. Tapos meron din para pole. So sino-showcase yung mga athletes natin mas parang limited movements. So para siyang para Olympics, parang ganon. So meron siyang part na
Curious lang ako, is there a standard height or pole in competitive pole and aerial?
It
Yes.
should be at least 9 feet.
9 feet.
At least.
Okay.
Pero ideally, 12 yan. 12 or 14.
Yung last comp na sinalihan ko, 12 feet yung yung minimum.
Yeah.
So ano po yun, ma'am? The higher the feet, is it risky? Mas risky ba yan pagka the higher?
Yes.
That's the level of difficulty that you were talking about.
Requirement siya kasi some of the athletes, they do their drops. So when they do their drop and mababa yung pole, pwede silang tumama sa floor. So the higher the pole, mas maganda yung execution ng drops nila.
Okay.
Is it an advantage po kapag meron kayong background with dancing, with dance sport, yun na nga na-mention kanina, gymnastics, if yung mga interested to join pole and aerial as a sport?
Yes, it's very helpful if you also do gymnastics and if you're a dancer, because it will help with the lines when you're doing the tricks on the pole. And of course, you already have endurance that you've already built in the past years. Like me and Ayjell, even if we do pole dancing, we also sometimes attend adult gymnastics.
Yeah, we cross
Kasi it really helps. Yeah, we cross-train because in gymnastics, nasa stretch talaga yung muscles and then they really push you to your limits. Yun. So, makakatulong talaga siya sa pole. And we also do yoga to stretch the muscles and relax.
Do you think po ba yung sport na to is, kumbaga angkop sila sa mga Filipinos? Will we have a market for this sport here in the Philippines?
Yes, definitely. Because we have a lot of studios now. I think we have 17 studios that cater pole dancing.
Yes.
And it's not just pole dancing because what we registered is aerial art. So the pole, yung standard pole na nakikita nyo, the hoop, which is yung circle na suspended din sa air, yung silt na mahaba na inaakyat, and we also have trapeze or hammock.
Wow.
So it's not just limited to pole dancing.
Kuya Bri?
Yeah, bali ano ko lang yung are there any injuries that pole dancers are prone to with considering yung mga yung mga ganito? What are the usual injuries na pwedeng
Usual injuries ko, shoulders. Yeah.
shoulders?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Shoulders. Number one, magkakapasa ka talaga on your first class. Expect that. A lot of bruises. Sa inner thighs mo, sa legs mo, that's normal. And then, as you go along the way, as you learn and, learn more advanced tricks, there's always a risk of falling. So that's why the teacher is very important to be certified and first aid certified para pag nahulog ka, alam mo yung gagawin mo, ganyan. And then, yun nga, minsan, like ako, na-injure yung tuhod ko eh. Parang may bagong trick kasi kami na tinatry ni Ayjell. Tapos, parang hindi ko alam kung overfold ko siya. Kasi, let's say, ito yung fold, tapos inipit ko siya ng tuhod ko. Parang na-twist yata yung leg ko somewhere. Basta ganon. So, medyo knee injury, shoulder injury, wrist injury, yan yung prone talaga sa pole dancers.
Okay.
Shoulders, wrist, tsaka yan, tuhod. Tapos minsan kasi nandito yung pole, so masakit din siya dito sa may collarbone.
Dangerous sports nga to.
Oh, di ba?
Yes.
Actually, someone mentioned to me, nagkakakalyo ba raw in certain areas? Totoo ba yun?
Ito po, may kalyo po.
Okay, confirmed.
Pero kailangan yung kalyo.
Kailangan
Kailangan
po kami
yan.
mag-holding hands kasi may kalyo dito. Para siyang gymnastics.
Gymnastics din. Okay. Tapos you were saying nga, kasi ito tied up with, with when you do those mga aerial stunts, is there a certain parang recommended body weight, body mass, BMI index for someone who takes a pole dancing?
We have no problem with, weight. Basta if you can carry yourself, then you're fine.
Yeah. But in competitions, like kunwari, may duo, usually, kailangan yung ka-partner mo, same body frame kayo.
Or mas lighter.
Usually, may yung category na yon, inaano rin nila, kino-consider din nila. Kasi pag masyadong malaki naman yung partner mo, tapos maliit ka, so parang It's not balanced. So, pati yun, ginajudge. Pero pag individual, wala naman.
Wala.
So, hindi po kailangan payat, hindi po kailangan sexy, hindi ganun. Basta strong ka, kaya mo yung katawan mo, okay ka lang. Okay ka lang.
Kung ako kayanin ng pole ako.
Oo naman!
Yes.
Yung Delphine, ko yan.
Para mga 60 years old, marami akong kilala nagpo-pool.
Talaga, really?
Yes.
Pero I've always seen lang one person. I've never seen a couple do it. A pair. I've never seen that.
I haven't seen it also.
Oh, it's a treat if you see it. It's really hard also. And it entails a lot of practice. Pero maganda siya tingnan din. Yung para siyang Cirque du Soleil pag duo na siya.
Okay. Yeah, Meg?
How about international competition? Since you're already a National Sports Association, ano yung mga target international competitions natin once this pandemic is over?
Ayjell. Bilang sumali na siya dati.
There's Arnold's Championship in Hong Kong. There's also actually maraming competition sa Hong Kong and Taiwan eh. So yun yung mga sinasalihan ng mga athletes natin. I just forgot the names, pero yun yung mga pine-prepare nila kasi medyo malalakas din yung mga kalaban. But you know, as Filipinos,
right.
ano tayo?
may malaki ang chance natin palagi manalo kasi ang mga Pilipino, they're devil eh. They're very daring and masipag mag-practice as a person, 'di ba? As a Filipino, parang ganun talaga eh. Kasi kahit ako nung nag-start ako mag-pool, tapos na-addict na ako, parang hindi talaga mako-complete yung week ko pag hindi ako a-attend. I'm sure Ayjell knows the feeling din.
Yes.
Kasi parang kailangan maka-attend kahit isang beses lang sa isang linggo. Yung ganon, hanggang sa masasanay yung katawan mo. So yes, we plan on joining and we supporting our athletes. That's why I came up with this because gusto ko silang i-support yung mga napupunta ng Hong Kong, napupunta ng yung iba nga, ibang bansa talaga eh. Like, I mean, not just Asia. May Europe din at saka may America. So, yun yung gusto naming i-support. And we want and to elevate them para makita naman ng pool athletes from other countries na magaling din ng Pilipino.
Is pool and aerial also a point system in terms of ranking sa international competitions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ranking din. So, kailangan mo mag-join ng certain competition kasi yung biggest is yung kung ano yung hino-host ng federation namin. So, yun yung parang world championship. So, point system din. May point ranking din.
Kuya Bri?
Oh yeah. Do you have any kumbaga mga talagang who are ano ba yan? They're at the top of the list na talagang mga pole dancers here na Philippines na hindi pa kilala. Who are yung mga best mga nasa top right now?
Our first champion in the IPDFA is Ana Marie Garbo. And then she also joined mga Talentadong Pinoy, Pilipinas Got Talent, gano'n. And then we have Johnny Villanueva, Sustantivo Villanueva, and Cristel de Catalina from Beast House. Sino pa yung Ayjell? Yan yung mga top strongest. Jamaica Jornation is very, very strong also. Yung mga nasa Polecats na studio. Kasi may kanya-kanyang pambato ang mga studio natin.
Okay. So meron na rin pala, marami na rin kumbaga established dito pero hindi pa masyadong nabibigyan ng talagang attention.
Yes.
In fact, si Amaya from Polecats naman, she competed in Russia for hoop and she was the champion.
Amaya Gonzalez, yes.
Oh, okay. So in terms of yung mga sumali po, is there like for example, yung ibang sports, yung parang you need to make a certain kind of investment. Is it expensive to take up pole dancing?
It's not expensive to take a pole dance class kasi like in our studio in Upper Deck, sometimes they have promos na 1.5 unlimited dance na. So lahat na ng dance or ng exercises na kinakarry ng studio, pwede mo yung salihan. Pero ang mahal is mag-invest ka sa pole. Which you get the pole if you buy it in your house. Like if you want a portable, standalone pole na range yan 40 to 50,000 pesos. Or if you want the portable pole na pwede na may shower curtain rod feature, yun, medyo mahal din yun. Parang at least 10,000 pesos din yun. So, it's better if sumali talaga muna sa class. Now, if marunong ka na ng inverts, if medyo intermediate level ka na, pwede ka nang kumuha ng sarili mo.
Okay. Meg?
Pero like, innovative tayo, mga Pilipino. Minsan, like,
yeah.
Kaya akong bata, nakakapag-pull siya sa ginawa lang ng dad niya na pull sa kanila. Basta hindi siya rough, and basta it's stainless steel, and 45 mm yung, yung thickness niya. Okay na. Yung circumference, at least 45.
Okay.
One sport like obstacle course racing was actually recognized last year lang ng Philippine Olympic Committee. Pero nakasali rin sila agad sa Southeast Asian Games. How about for pole and aerial? Do we target na makasama rin for the Southeast Asian Games in the future?
Yes. Hopefully. Hopefully.
That's our dream.
Na makonsider na sa SEA Games yung sport namin.
We can, like yung other associations, we can talk to the other countries din naman eh. Kasi marami rin talagang strong aerialists ang Southeast Asian countries. So pwedeng magkaisa kami para makasali sa SEA Games.
What can we expect with Philippine pole and aerial despite this pandemic? I'm sure madaming taong nag-aabang sa mga next steps for pole and aerial.
Like what I said kanina, we're planning to go around the Philippines so we can tap other athletes from around the country. And then we also want to train younger athletes kasi mas masarap i-train yung mga bata kasi para masanay din ma-stretch yung mga buto nila, yung mga splits nila kasi mas malambot pa yung buto ng kids eh. So we're also we also want to do that, and we will be holding competitions most likely next year na.
Yeah.
What else, Ayjell? So far, yun pala yung plans namin. And we will have a meeting with the studio heads very, very soon so that we can come up with a national team very soon also.
Keep us updated para we can cover those competitions as well.
Yes, for sure. Kasi usually yung mga maingay na competition is yung pole cup, ng Beast House, ganyan. Pero PPASA will come up with yung national talaga.
May lang ako mga phone-in questions.
Sure.
This is from a good friend of mine, Mike Murillo. No? But I don't know if you answered this earlier. Parang how can pole dancing shift the stigma attached to it be taken seriously as a sport?
Like we said, you don't have to be a dancer for you to do the sport. So, nagiging sexy lang naman siya when you add those body rolls, bump and grind na ginagawa. Nagiging ganun lang naman siya eh. But if you just do the tricks, if you do the basic tricks and then the advanced tricks and just use other parts of dancing as a transition to it, then people will see. And actually, if they want to try it, because it's really not easy.
Yeah.
Para malaman nila, for them to take us seriously and for them to respect the sport.
Yeah. Kumbaga ito naman kay Gab Ferras, 2 years in the making bago po nakuha ang recognition sa POC. Thoughts on the recent achievement? Nasagot yun na nga pala to. Sorry. Ang tanong ko na lang, let me rephrase it. How long were you talaga how long in the making itong recognition na lang po? Nung hinihintay, how long yung talagang pinagtrabahuan to?
More than 2 years.
More
Diba,
than-
Ayjell?
Yeah.
More than 2 years. Kasi when I opened it up to Ayjell and Carla, our other partner and my other co-teacher, I was telling them, you know what, we should form and we should let the POC or the PSC recognize us because this is really a sport already. It's not a fad. It's not a fad anymore. This started early 2000s pa or late 90s. Tapos 2020 na, mas madami ng studio, ang dami ng pole dancer. Parang, parang hindi na talaga siya fad. And it's really hard. And nagkakaisa na lahat sa mga pangalan ng tricks. Dati yun yung magulo internationally na, ang iba yung pangalan ng trick nito, iba yung pangalan, pero you're doing the same trick, magkaiba lang yung pangalan. Pero now, nagkakaroon ng unity when it comes to that. So, magiging mas madali na. And yun nga, nag-intay kami more than 2 years kasi siguro they were checking pa if meron talagang mga legit competitions, kung anong klaseng competitions pa yung naho-hold ng mga studios under us, ganyan. Pero it's really worth the wait.
Yes.
Kasi in the years to come, makikita na nila na yung mga strong kids na trainee namin na bata pa, tapos magaling na, tapos lalaban na sa ibang bansa. Makikita din nila yun na talagang sport naman pala talaga siya. And it's not an easy sport.
Okay. Better.
So this is very fulfilling for us.
Yeah.
And a big step for the pole and aerial community.
Yes.
Napaka-big deal po nito sa amin. Grabe.
Yeah. Meg, meron ka?
Ako, I'm good.
Ako na lang. Sige. Yung ano ba yung natanong? Nakalimutan ko tuloy. Yung ayun, this is a crazy question from some of my wise Alec friends. May advantage daw ba ang bumbero mag pole dancing? It's a crazy question, but I just have to ask.
Pero meron naman talaga kasi mas malaki yung pole nila Sa tingin ko, mas malaki yung pole nila. Kaso lang parang tumatalon lang sila pababa. Inaakit ba nila yun?
Mas malakas sila.
Oo, inaakit ba nila yun, Jel? O bumababa lang sila?
Bumababa lang ata.
Kung kaya nilang akyatin yun at ibaba, may advantage talaga sila.
Pero Queen Bride, dapat may grace sila. Grace and flexibility.
You never know. Baka meron na.
Fireman spin.
Oo nga
It just goes to show that a lot of people are not familiar with the sport or with
Right. No, we understand naman yan.
Yun, parang,
And we will talk about that on Saturday para backgrounder about the sport.
Sure.
yun. Then ito naman kay Gab, this addressed to Ma'am Ciarra. Ano ang pakiramdam na ikay sumunod sa yapak ng ama mong chairman ng bowling na may hawak ng top position sa NSA? I think he's referring to your dad, Senator Dito Sotto.
Oh, yes. Because he was part of the Olympic team ng bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Syempre, napakalayo na nung mga naabot ng daddy ko na kaya naman ma-compare sa kanya, di ba? Pero I'm very honored na and I know that I probably got yung pagiging sports-minded ko sa kanya. Because I could really see that every time my dad would try a sport, he would really practice and be good at it. Like golf now. Addict na talaga siya forever sa golf. And I don't think he'll ever stop playing golf. Kasi parang 80s pa lang nag-golf na siya. And palagi, madalas po siyang mag-uwi ng mga trophy, ganyan. Aside from nung nagbo-bowling siya, pero nung nagbo-bowling kasi siya, hindi pa po yata ako pinapanganak noon. 70s yun. So yun. It's very fulfilling for me. And I hope he's proud of me.
I'm sure he is. Actually, idol kasi I also bowl, kaya idol ko dad mo.
Talaga?
Yeah,
Magaling
I
ka
bowl.
mag-bowling Kaso hindi ko na naabutan.
But it's different. It's different now compared to their time. Mas technical now Maraming kailangan investment and things.
I heard. Kasama po niya si Sir Paeng, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Si Ambongku. Sila tatlo.
Yan. Yung mga kaibigan pa rin niya yun ngayon. Barkada pa rin niya yun.
Actually, one of my other yung podcast, they're planning to invite your dad. to talk about bowling. Yun.
Oh, he would love that.
Yun, kaya lang, busy yata siya now eh.
Oo eh. Puro ano ngayon eh. Politics.
Yun, mahirap. Ano ba yung question mo isa? So, kumbaga before you got recognized by the POC, were there any competitions lined up this year na that were called off?
I'm sure there are competitions na studio organized. So yes, maraming na-bump off talaga na competition.
Okay.
Even our tryouts na-bump off din. Because we were planning to do tryouts.
Ma'am Ayjell, may tatanong lang ako kasi I watched your other podcast. How were you able to do it na you were pregnant?
First of all, matigas yung ulo niya.
Nagulat ako, ha?
Naman, I asked my doctor, so okay lang naman sa kanya. Sabi niya, just continue what you're doing. So I know naman my body. So yun, parang I still can do it. So, yun.
Yung mga aso ni Ayjell.
Nagulat ako dun eh. How many months na po yung when you were doing that?
I think I was on my 37th month. Hanggang 37 ako, nagpo-pool. And nag-stop ako magturo ng 35, but I attend classes with sila Ciarra lang. Just to continue.
Napakahirap po kasi pag tumigil ka eh. Ako, nung tumigil po ako, akala ko hindi na ako babalik sa pole dancing. I was thinking, baka hindi, parang hindi na ako makakabalik nito. Kasi I got pregnant, I gave birth, I breastfed. So, I really didn't have time to attend. I probably stopped for my 2 years or 1.5 years. And nung bumalik ako, ang hirap to get the strength back. But it's a process. And if you just really trust the process and keep practicing, babalik din naman. Kaya tama yung ginawa ni Ayjell kasi hindi masyadong matagal yung rest niya. Parang 1-2 months ka lang nag-rest eh, no?
2 months rest.
Nagulat talaga ako doon sa picture. Sabi ko, ha? Pwede pala yun.
Sa kanya po.
Not advisable to others.
Oo, sa akin hindi eh.
Anyway, sige, ano pa ba? May kailangan na tanong.
I'm okay.
You're
For Saturday. Kasi about sports na eh.
Okay. Sports na. Okay. Any major tournaments coming up next year? Let's start 2021 na, not this year. Next year, wala pa kayong mga major tournaments?
Inaayos pa namin.
Okay.
Yung pinaka-major natin is the tryouts. And
The tryouts talaga. Okay. So hopefully nga, maano siya.
Kasi for us, anyone can be a member. You can join as long as you're active in the sport and you attend classes. Ganun. But it doesn't necessarily make you the part of the national team that will compete. Yun yung kailangan namin ng tryouts.
Okay. So kung wala nang tanong si Miss Meg, kasi sinisave niya for her show.
Hindi, it's more...
Ayaw kanyang i-share, no? February.
Partner kami ni Meg talaga.
Background to the pool. It's more technical.
Okay.
So siguro...
Sa Saturday, technical ba?
It's more about categories ng aerial. What is sport, pole and aerial? Mga ganon.
Pero I'd like you to get Meg to try pole dancing talaga.
Yes! Meg, papayag kami, interviewin mo kami Saturday, pero attend ka sa class namin. Pag pwede na. Okay? Yun yung talent fee namin. Umattend ka sa class namin.
Basta kayo magtuturo.
Yes,
Of course!
Para yan.
Of course!
So siguro, before we end this, kumbaga siguro I'll give the floor to Ma'am Ciarra and Ma'am Ayjell para to invite people to try the sport or whatever, your parting shots.
Yes, first we would like to thank POC for finally recognizing us. And we would like to thank everyone who helped us and all the members of the PPASA or Philippine Pole and Aerial Sports Association. Thank you so much for being so patient with us. Kahit medyo tumahimik kami for a while kasi nga nagkaroon ng pandemic. And then, I'm inviting everyone it doesn't matter what your size is or your gender or your age is. You can try pole dancing or any other aerial sport, and we will support you, and we will come up with a list of studios where you can join, and you can just check our Facebook page at PPASA Official. Thank you very much, Ayjell.
Amazing.
Yes, again, thank you sa POC for finally recognizing us na sport na siya, na legitimate sport. Yun. Thank you rin sa mga members who are willing to join sa PPASA. And then, of course, I'm inviting everyone to try, not just pole, but yung other aspect ng aerial sports natin, like hoops and silk. Yun. So, wala naman discrimination to sa body type, age, and ano.
No, unlimited.
May pag-asa pa pala ako.
Oo.
You'll be surprised, merong pala, sorry, just to add, you'll be surprised, merong mga masters category sa international competition na, meaning masters is 40 and above.
So, doon na tayo.
Basta,
So, doon na kami Ayjell.
Sige po. Thank you so much for spending the time with us.
Thank you also.
Thank you.
Very
Thanks for letting
informative.
us share our sport.